This story is just like the rest of the apocalypse worlds. Here, the global ice has already begun, and 28 weeks have passed since it started. The entire world is now covered in snow, and people are searching for warm places to survive, wandering around in search of food. Here we notice a boy who will be the main character of our story. His name is Lou, but I'll just call him Lou. He says that he hasn't explored this area yet. I'll explain a bit further in the story. This ice was extremely dangerous. I mean, the snowfall was so intense that even the biggest buildings are buried under it. That means they're completely under the snow. Now we see Lou moving across the upper area of the snow. He's thinking that he has to find food somewhere because at the moment he has nothing to eat. Back in the old days, food was abundant, cheap, and not a luxury. But after the apocalypse began, these things have become extremely precious. As Lou moves forward, suddenly an earthquake hits. The snow beneath him starts breaking apart. As I mentioned, the snow is piled so high that it has buried entire buildings, so you can imagine the height we're talking about. As the earthquake shakes the area, Lou begins to fall downward. He feels like his life is about to end, so he tries to use every piece of equipment he has to hold on. But nothing works. Lou falls. A little later, we see Lou safely on the lower snow level. The snow at the bottom isn't solid, but soft, like normal snow. Lou is relieved and thinks, "Thank God I survived. That was way too close. I really thought I was done for." Then, in front of him, a terrifying monster appears. It has 3 eyes, and in this world, they're called white skin. Just like other mutants, this apocalypse has brought many mutant monsters into the world. These creatures hunt humans and are incredibly powerful, massive in size. All of this species is called white skin. Seeing such a massive white skin, Lou is shocked and thinks, "I don't think I'm going to make it. This is it for me." The white skin attacks Lou, and he tries to escape to save his life. Lou had fallen from the upper snow level to the ground, so now he's navigating a dangerous area filled with sharp ice rocks. On the ice, we notice a mysterious insect. Lou is thinking, "I don't think I'm going to survive. This thing behind me is a disaster." But then the insect cuts through the sharp ice, and a piece falls directly onto the white skin, piercing it. The monster dies instantly. Lou pauses, thinking, "Did this fall happen because of the earthquake? Either way, I survived." More snow begins to fall, not hard or rocky, but regular snow. It's so heavy that Lou is buried entirely, except for his hand sticking out. Lou thinks, "I guess I'm going to be crushed here. I can't get out." But then the mysterious insect approaches him. Lou's hand is outside, and the insect enters his body, merging with him as energy. A little later, Lou opens his eyes. The snow around him has shifted aside. He wonders what just happened. Was that a dream? But when we look closely, we see the insect's energy infused in Lou's body. He wasn't dreaming. It really happened. Lou thinks he should leave all this behind and head back home. Then he sees a chocolate bar, and he's thrilled, thinking, "At least I'm not going home empty-handed today." He picks it up and begins heading toward his apartment. Lou explains that most paths in this world are no longer usable because they're covered in snow. That's why they use underground tunnels to get anywhere. As he lifts the hatch to enter the underground tunnel, we see many other survivors sitting along the way. Their condition is poor due to hunger. Lou explains that these people have been trapped here since the disaster began. They can't go outside, and without venturing out, they won't get food. They are good people, but without resources, who knows what they might do? Lou thinks about all this as he moves forward, noticing how many people are around. He wonders, shouldn't they be out patrolling or gathering food? Finally, Lou reaches outside his room, and the door opens. And we see a girl who opens the door. Lou says, "Hey, you opened the door pretty fast. Didn't you lock it?" Jaming hugs the others and says, "I've been dying to see you. What happened? Didn't you want to see me?" Lou, standing very close to Jaming, blushes and says, "Of course I wanted to see you." Then Lou closes the door and says, "But you should keep this door fully closed." Hearing that, Jiming replies, Yeah, keeping the door closed for you is more important than my girlfriend. At that, someone cuts in, All right, enough of that. Look what I brought you. He offers the chocolate. Seeing it, Jiming asks, What is that? Lu tells her it's chocolate. Jiming is thrilled. She hugs Lu, kisses him, and says, My dear, you're the best. Lu smiles, happy, and heads toward his room. As he walks away, Jiming watches him and calls out, You only brought one? Lu answers, Yeah, I only found one. I almost got eaten by that white-skinned monster bringing it. Lu carries a large bag. Seeing it, Jiming breaks the chocolate in half right there. Turns out she's as selfish as the others. Lu goes into his room and sits thinking. He realizes he has a few seeds left. If he eats them, he thinks they'll never survive afterwards. He wants to grow plants from those seeds inside the apartment, so he won't have to go out patrolling and can have food inside the room. But it's so cold now that it seems impossible. Still, Lu won't give up. He wants to try. Lu thinks that if there's such a severe food shortage in the world, and they start growing food at home, no one would have to go hungry. He reaches into his bag and pulls out a piece of meat from white-skinned monster. Lu explains that white-skinned meat weren't poisonous. Everyone could eat their fill. But it's very poisonous, so nobody can eat it. However, the meat can be used as fuel. If it burned, it produces enough heat to keep their room warm, preventing people from freezing to death. That would be a huge help. Someone checks the calendar and sees it's the 14th. Lu remembers it's Valentine's Day. He'd completely forgotten to wish Jiming. Lu rushes into the hall and says, Jiming, I'm sorry, I almost forgot today's Valentine's Day. But when he reaches the hall, Jiming is nowhere to be found, so he starts looking for her. Then there's a knocking at the door. Lu wonders who it could be. Is it Jiming? What was she doing outside? He opens the door and calls, Jiming! Before he can finish, a dangerous-looking guy with a big stick hits him, knocking Lu back to the floor. The attacker is Cheng. He barges in, silencing Lu, and says, So, you were going to wish Jiming a happy Valentine's Day. Jiming is sitting close to Cheng. Cheng asks Lu, How do you feel right now? Surprised? Or does this situation seem unexpected to you? Lu turns to Jiming and says, Why did you lie to me? Why are you following Cheng? Jiming replies, Do you still have the nerve to ask me that? Do you think you can fool me with a tiny piece of chocolate? Do you think I don't know you've been hiding a lot of food? Hearing this, Lu says, I don't have any food. Jiming snaps, You have that huge bag. It's not filled with air. I know there's food in there, and you won't even share it with your girlfriend. Do you still call yourself human? Cheng steps forward and says to everyone, As the leader here, I feel sorry for you. Let me give you some advice. This world has become apocalyptic. People aren't civilized anymore. It's the law of the jungle out here, and you know what that means. If you can't satisfy your woman, she will stop following you. If she won't follow you, how will you survive? Weak people like you have only two choices: rely on the strong or become prey for the strong. So tell me, where did you hide your food? Lu protests, I don't have any food. Cheng replies, Then you've lost your first option, relying on the strong. Fine, I'll choose the second option for you. And you'll become prey to the strong. Saying that, Cheng lifts his stick and starts beating Lu mercilessly. They hit him painfully, together, slowly torturing him with the stick. We watch as Lu meets a very brutal death. Cheng's group searches Lu's entire home and find nothing except a few seeds. Hearing this, Cheng says it's fine. Lu's body will serve as food. Then, horribly, they begin to skin the still alive Lu from his body, torturing him painfully. Finally, Lu dies. As he dies, he wonders why all this happened to him. He never wanted to see any of this. He never wanted anyone else to suffer like this. If there were another life, he would want to live it. He wouldn't make these pointless mistakes. He wants to survive. The next moment, we cut to an office scene where someone lies on a table. His eyes flicker blue, and he stands up, saying, Cheng? We realize it's Lu, and he's thinking, what is happening? Wasn't I already killed? How could I be whole and unhurt after such a painful beating not long ago? We learn that Lu has returned to his life 28 hours before the apocalypse began. In the present world, people are protesting. Some are partying in big gatherings. The black mafia is making deals. Nobody knows the massive trouble headed their way, except for one person, Lu himself. Lu looks up at a strange aurora in the sky, a phenomenon so beautiful that people take pictures. But those who know worry. This aurora is not harmless. It's a sign that the apocalyptic world is about to begin. Big troubles are starting, and the aurora is the symbol. Lu's phone rings. It's Chaming, his girlfriend. The memory of how she betrayed him and left him to die flashes in his mind. Now, with a second chance, he vows to not repeat those mistakes. He answers the call. Chaming says, "Lu, are you still working overtime? Did you see the aurora? It's beautiful. I came out, but I think I forgot my credit card at home. Can you lend me some money?" People around them tell Lu to stop calling her, to break up. Chaming protests, "What's wrong with you? How can you be so sudden?" But Lu cuts the call and deletes her number. He thinks to himself, "This is my second chance. If I keep Chaming close, she'll drag me back into the same mess and betray me again." We cut to the Brooklyn district. Lu knows he doesn't have much time. The apocalypse is about to start. He estimates he has 24 hours before temperatures plummet and the world freezes solid. That gives him little time to prepare. He must gather supplies and get weapons for defense, like a gun. Some police officers notice Lu walking and comment he looks suspect wandering the streets at night. Their senior officer tells the junior to follow and show him how to handle someone like this. The two cops step out of their car. The senior orders the junior to put his hands up and do what they say. Inside the precinct, the junior announces over the radio that the suspected robber was found on 4th Avenue. Lu, nervous, thinks he can't waste time on these filthy cops, and that once they search him, they'll release him. The senior officer warns the junior never to approach suspects recklessly, keep distance, and check their belongings carefully. The inexperienced junior then demands Lu open his bag and show him what's inside. Lu says there's nothing, just work stuff. Then we see Lu pull out his tablet. The junior cop, seeing it, freaks out like crazy, screaming, "That's a weapon! That's a weapon!" And with that, he fires at Lu's people. Lu is stunned, thinking, "I got a second chance, my second chance to live. I won't let it end here. No, I want to live." The mysterious insect, which had entered Lu's body in the previous chapter, now manifests as energy in his eyes. Through this, the bullets from the gun appear slow motion to him. Lu is amazed and thinks, "Am I seeing these bullets in slow motion, or has my speed increased?" Lu dodges the bullets with ease and wonders, "Did I really dodge these bullets? Am I not imagining this?" The junior cop fires again, but Lu continues to dodge. He closes in on the cop and delivers a powerful punch, sending him flying across the floor. His body twists midair and crashes to the ground, dead. Lu feels a grim satisfaction. Nothing, even the death of his girlfriend, has brought him the sense of power. The senior officer witnessing this asks in shock, "What just happened? What did you do to him? My God, who are you?" Lu calmly replies, "Who I am? I don't even know." And then he leaves the scene. The officer calls the precinct, reporting that the junior officer is dead, a gun has been taken, and the suspect has blue hair. He sits back reflecting on how unbelievable the day has been. Lu speeds toward his home using his superhuman abilities. Inside his room, he wonders, was all that real? How did I do it? He looks at his gun, deciding to test himself. Lu fires a bullet at the mirror, and using his superhuman speed, he catches it effortlessly. Amazed, he thinks, "Did I just catch it? Do I really have superpowers?" Looking around, he notices the frozen state of the room. The snow and ice are solid, seemingly influenced by his powers. He realizes his speed is now comparable to a supersonic airplane, and his superhuman ability is entirely speed-related. Smiling, he reflects, "I have two advantages now, knowledge of the future and superhuman speed." Suddenly, someone knocks at the door. Lu opens it to see Granny, the owner of the building. She asks if he heard a gunshot. Lou explains it was just the TV, and the sound was amplified because he couldn't find the remote. Granny warns him to be careful, as a nearby mall was recently robbed. Lou thanks her for caring. Lou decides his first priority is solving his supply problem. He remembers the mall robbery and realizes he can fulfill his supply needs there. A sinister smile spreads across his face. We cut to the mall scene. Cameras are everywhere. Lou enters at superhuman speed, grabs all the supplies he needs, and exits before anyone notices. A girl monitoring the mall sees the list of stolen items and is shocked, wondering who could have done this so quickly and unnoticed. At the end of the list, someone writes, "Don't worry too much, go home and stay safe." Lou has effectively stolen everything he needs, free and without being caught. The girl, witnessing this, is left puzzled and frustrated. "I feel like my luck is completely ruined." Just then, two guys arrive, both armed with guns. Seeing this, the girl realizes that her bad luck isn't over. Even worse things are about to happen. The two men say they've come to rob the place. They tell her not to be clever and to hand over all the money she has. They begin looting. At that moment, we see someone approaching the market. The green-haired robber suddenly says he feels extremely cold and asks his companion if he feels it too. The pink-haired robber looks toward the door and tells him to watch. When the green-haired robber looks toward the door, he's shocked. Standing there is a white-skinned monster, huge and terrifying. The green-haired robber panics and asks what kind of monster this is. The pink-haired robber fires multiple shots at it, but the monster remains unharmed. The green-haired robber exclaims that the monster seems completely invincible. Then the monster reaches out, grabs him, separates his head from his body, and devours the lower half. In its own language, it comments that his taste is terrible. It then kills the pink-haired robber as well. The girl is live streaming the entire event, and many viewers are watching. Security guards in the building, not police officers, also witness it. One guard, Joey, remarks that people do anything for views nowadays, and visual effects have become incredibly advanced. Suddenly, their phones receive a strange message. Joey realizes it might be from the government, signaling that something unusual is happening and everyone should be informed. The scene shifts to the city, which is experiencing extreme cold, the beginning of a deadly apocalyptic world unlike anything anyone has imagined. Back in Lou's building, Joey informs everyone about the increasing cold. People secure their windows and doors. Meanwhile, Chang questions a blue-haired guy about a girl in a picture. Chang accuses him of drugging his boss's daughter and committing daring acts. The blue-haired guy insists he didn't know who she was. Chang dismisses the excuses, saying that people like him always expect mercy after causing trouble. Then Chang places the blue-haired guy's finger on the table, cuts it off with a knife, and adds it to his collection of fingers, the sixth one so far. Someone asks Chang what to do with the blue-haired guy's body. Chang instructs them to place it in the old boilers in the second-level basement, where it will be destroyed automatically. The assistants agree. As they place the body inside, one of them notices the boiler looks very old and worries it might explode. Another man tells him to stop worrying. Moments later, the boiler does explode, proving the warning correct. The scene shifts back to Lou, who has made his own preparations. He has planted numerous seeds and grown plants in his space, readying himself for the apocalyptic world. Unlike the main character in other scenarios, Lou doesn't have the same abilities or space, so he must prepare carefully. So he can't really preserve food for too long. That's why Lou thinks, well, here in my room, I can kind of set up a self-empowerment system. I'll plant these trees and plants here so that in the future I'll never run out of food. So now we see Lou doing all this, and he's really happy about it. While sitting, he's thinking about a lot of things. Like, yes, I need to do something quickly. And perhaps Lou is also thinking about using his skills to make these plants grow even faster. While Lou is thinking all this, someone knocks on the door. Lou wonders, who could this be at this time? Then we see Lou open the door, and as soon as he opens it, he sees Joey standing there. Now Joey says, well, Mr. Lou, I apologize for disturbing you at this time. Lou is thinking to himself, oh, this is security guard Joey, but what is he doing here? Then he asks, well, what happened? Joey replies, well, I came to tell you that the boiler has broken. Because of this, the heating system is broken. It's extremely cold outside, so I want to tell you, either burn wood to warm up your room or cover yourself with extra blankets. I mean, don't get sick because the heating is broken and you might not notice it immediately. Hearing this, Lu thinks, so this is the accident. I clearly remember that the heating system stopped working last life, and when I went to fix it, it was already quite late. But maybe now I still have time to fix it. So Lu offers Joey a deal. I can fix the heating system, the boilers, so that the broken heating works again. What do you think about this? Then we see Lu moving forward. He starts going upstairs. Joey asks, where are you going? Lu says, well, the upper boiler is the one that's broken. Hearing this, Joey says, no, not the upper, the lower boiler is broken. This surprises Lu a lot. He thinks, how is this possible? I clearly remember that the upper boiler was broken last life, so how did the lower one break now? Lu doesn't think too much about it and goes downstairs. When he reaches the bottom, he sees that the boiler is indeed broken, but not so much that he can fix it. As Lu approaches the boiler, he sees a liquid, blue in color. This liquid feels somewhat familiar to him. Meanwhile, the other guard with Joey asks Lu if he will be able to fix this. But at that moment, the white skin monster appears behind him. We see it completely crush his face. It just keeps repeating one word, fingers, fingers, fingers. Lu realizes that this is a white skin monster and is very shocked. For anyone who doesn't know what a white skin is, this would be extremely surprising. He has no idea what is happening. He can't move forward. Lu thinks, damn it, I have to act fast. We see Lu using his superhuman speed to move to Joey and grab him. He saves Joey from the white skin's attack. Then Lu thinks, I can easily escape with Joey because this white skin cannot match my speed. Lu tries to run forward, but now his speed slows down drastically, like a normal human. His superhuman speed is not working. This shocks him. He thinks, what is happening to me? Then we see Lu throw Joey outside the door with difficulty, which is very troublesome for him. The monster attacks him again, but now Lu is able to use his superhuman speed. We see him dodging the white skin monster's attack. The monster keeps repeating, fingers, fingers, while Lu thinks, just now I felt I couldn't use my speed. Was it because of Joey? Why did that happen? But I know it wasn't because of the white skin monster. Lu wonders, how did my speed slow down? As soon as he separates Joey from himself, his speed returns. The white skin monster attacks again, but Lu dodges easily. We see Lu lost in his twisted thoughts. Then he notices a stone on the ground. Lu gets an idea. He thinks, what is happening here? Lu infuses his energy into the stone and throws it forward. As soon as he infuses energy into the stone, it moves extremely fast, like it has super speed. The stone hits the white skin monster and completely destroys it. Lu explains why his speed had slowed down with Joey. He says, if I explain simply, the suspicious insect that entered my body became a form of energy inside my body. Its energy helps my body move with superhuman speed. The power is not actually in me, it is in the insect that exists as energy inside me. If I transfer this energy into another object, then that object will move as fast as I can move my body. Like pouring petrol into a car, it only moves fast if there is petrol. Similarly, if I transfer my energy to another object, it will gain speed. Lu is happy understanding this. He wants to use his powers even further, but then blue liquid starts leaking from his body. He doesn't understand what's happening. His vision blurs and he splits. Blue blood falls down. He faints. Some visions show old Joy taking him to the doctor. Mistress Feng scolds Joy for letting this happen. Old Joy finally brings Lu to a hospital. A little later, the doctor examines him. She says, this is a patient from room 49, a male aged 20 to 25. His current state is likely due to poison. He's in a coma, and his vital signs are extremely abnormal. His body temperature is 10 degrees Celsius. Other symptoms are very strange, but his reflexes and pulse are normal. I have never seen a body like this survive after such extreme poisoning. She takes a blood sample. At first glance, it looks normal, but when it is fully centrifuged, his blood turns into a blue-colored liquid. The doctor is saying all this and explains, well, from this analysis, I can see that those blue lines appearing in your body, which look like veins, are not actually veins. They are not veins at all, but rather an allergic reaction caused by something strange inside your body. Next, we see Lou opening his eyes. The doctor says to him, "Oh, you've finally woken up." Lou thinks to himself, "What is happening here?" The doctor then says, "Well, I would suggest that you don't move your body too much." Lou asks, "Who exactly are you?" Hearing this, the doctor says, "Oh, you want to ask about me? I am a doctor without a license, and for certain reasons I cannot tell you my exact name, but you can still call me Dr. Zhao. Now tell me, how did all this happen to your body?" Lou thinks to himself, "What does she mean by this?" Dr. Zhao says, "Honestly, I have never seen anyone with symptoms like yours before, and tell me what happened in the second basement near that boiler that caused your body to be like this right now, and I will tell you up front that I am extremely interested in you." We then see Dr. Zhao explaining the conditions to people. Outside, the temperature has dropped to negative 29 degrees Celsius, and your body temperature is currently negative 1 degree Celsius. 11 degrees Celsius. Humans can only remain comfortable up to 13 degrees Celsius. If their body temperature drops below that, their bones start freezing and they die quickly. But this has not happened to you. Your body temperature is 11 degrees Celsius, but nothing has happened to you. Honestly, I have never seen such an interesting person before. She continues, "Look for yourself at your body temperature." Lou looks and is astonished, thinking, how is this possible? Is it because of my ability? But I never knew my ability would cause something like this. He then thinks, I need to get out of here quickly. We see Lou trying to stand up, but he cannot. He is in great pain and falls back down. Dr. Zhao comes to him and says, I forgot to tell you. I told you not to move, right? Your body is extremely weak. Well, this is not important for now. I can tell you what happened to you. Do you have any superpowers? Tell me first." Lou thinks, how does she know? Then he thinks, I don't have time to waste with her. So he decides to avoid her bites and asks, "What kind of joke are you playing?" Dr. Zhao replies, "Don't underestimate me. Doctors' observation powers are never small. I have already gone into the second basement, and I saw the monster's body which someone had killed. It could have not been anyone else but you. I have also interrogated Joy." Lou thinks to himself, what should I do? Why should I tell her about my ability? I can use my ability to escape from here. He tries to use his ability to get out quickly, but then the blue liquid in his body starts splitting again. Dr. Zhao sees this and says, "Are you okay?" Lou thinks, what is happening to me? I cannot use my powers at all. I don't understand why all this is happening to me. Meanwhile, someone approaches Dr. Zhao's clinic and tells his people, "When you go in front of Dr. Zhao, behave properly." His people reply, "Understood." Lou senses someone approaching and asks, "Dr. Zhao, who's outside?" She tells him, "Quickly, get up and lie on the bed." Lou asks, "Why so suddenly? Who's outside?" She replies, "If you want to live, don't pretend to die and don't open your eyes." Dr. Zhao goes outside and opens the door. It's not anyone else, it's Cheng. He says, "Sorry to disturb you." Then he asks Dr. Zhao, "Can I come inside and talk to you?" Dr. Zhao says, "It's your choice. You may come in if you want." Cheng enters. Dr. Zhao asks, "Why have you come here?" Cheng says, "I heard the boy from room 49 came here for treatment. Can I ask him some questions?" Meanwhile, the MC thinks, I don't know why, but his voice sounds very familiar. Dr. Zhao says to Zheng Cheng, "It's unfortunate that you want to speak with him because his death has already occurred due to the poison." Cheng replies, "No, that's extremely unfair." We see Lou thinking about what Cheng did in his previous life. He recalls, "Cheng killed me back then because he had a reason. He needed food. But why is he after me now? I haven't done anything to him. He doesn't even know whether I have food or not. Otherwise, if I could use my skills, I would have killed him immediately." We see Lou blink, and Cheng notices it. Cheng tells Dr. Zhao, "I think you have done too much work here. That's why you cannot tell who is dead and who is not. You said the boy is already dead, but I just saw him blink, so why not check him once more?" Dr. Zhao asks, "What do you mean?" Cheng says, "He might be pretending to be dead." Cheng takes out a knife. MC is ready to intervene. Dr. Zhao slaps Cheng, saying, "Are you questioning my ability? I told you, Cheng is already dead." Cheng's followers see Dr. Zhao's courage and start shouting at her enraged, saying, "How dare you raise your hand against our boss? Do you want to die by our hands?" But we see that Cheng, who keeps his people together and says, "Dr. Zhao, I'm sorry. I think I went too far. Please forgive my rudeness." Meanwhile, we see that he lights his lighter, burning the secrets of Dr. Zhao, and says, "You have saved the lives of many of our brothers until now, so how can I doubt your ability? And what I did was completely my own mistake, so please do not be angry." With a dangerous expression, he adds, "I hope you understand and do not forget who helps run your dirty little Sabisa clinic. So please think carefully about what I just said. If Cheng wants to speak with his people, will you let him or not? Think about this matter again." Then we see Cheng say, "Okay, I am leaving now," to which Dr. Zhao replies, "You say the most nonsensical things." After Cheng leaves, Dr. Zhao tells Lu, "He's gone, now stand up. You probably have many questions to ask." Lu thinks to himself, "Exactly like in my previous life, these people tried to kill me 28 weeks later, but now they're not acting so desperate. They still want to kill me, but why? I don't understand anything. There are so many questions I want answers to." Lu then looks at her and asks, "Well, can you give me my clothes?" She replies, "Is that all you want first?" Lu says, "Of course." The scene then shows Cheng talking to his two men, saying that once the weather improves, they will go meet their father. Listening to this, Cheng asks, "Do you really think the weather will get better? The government cannot contact us due to the internet, and I think they've already given up on us. Anyway, I don't think the weather will improve. I think this is God's punishment on humanity." Hearing this, someone tied up laughs loudly. It's Joy, who says, "So you mean this is God's punishment? Then why doesn't God punish sinners like you?" Cheng walks up to him and says, "What sin did I commit? I am just managing this apartment." Joy shouts, "You are cutting off heating for people. You tell them that if they give resources, only then will you turn on the heating. Otherwise, you'll never turn it on. How can you call this managing an apartment? You're threatening people." Cheng responds, "This is fair. If we want an equivalent exchange, first you must provide something equal to what I am giving, something equally precious. I'm giving it cheaply. In this post-apocalyptic world, who provides heating? But I am providing it, and in return I ask for a few resources." Joy says, "You're crazy. You're a vampire. You're a great sinner." Cheng replies, "Your words don't matter." He tells his men to seize Joy and take him away. The scene shows Dr. Zhao in her clinic, telling Lu, "Quickly put on your clothes and follow me." Lu agrees in his mind, thinking, "My body is already formed. I'm putting on clothes, though not perfectly." We see Lu struggling to dress, finally getting ready and following Dr. Zhao. She asks, "How long were you unconscious?" Lu replies, "Maybe 6 hours?" Dr. Zhao says, "No, it's been 6 days. You were unconscious for 6 days." Lu is shocked. Dr. Zhao explains, Cheng has taken full control of the heating system. All residents rely on him for supply. Those who do not provide resources have their heating cut. If anyone tries to go outside for supplies, it would be like committing suicide. Going outside is unsafe now. Hearing this, Lu is furious at Cheng, thinking, "I don't care who you are, where you are, or what you do. You've always been a beast." Lu asks Dr. Zhao, "Is there any way to fix my body?" She replies, "Yes, there is a way, but with one condition. Will you agree?" She explains, "I run this underground clinic, not for free. I need a price from you. Are you willing to pay it?" Lu replies, "Tell me the condition. If I can do it, I will." Dr. Zhao says, "Great. I want you to be my research subject so I can study your body. Don't worry, my research will not endanger your life. As I said, I am very interested in you, so I want to make this deal." Lu agrees. She then explains, "Your blood contains a strange substance. This substance absorbs thermal radiation from the outside and stores it in your body. In other words, you can store external heat inside your body. That's why your blue veins appear. This is not caused by any illness, and medicine won't help you. You will need food to recover. And I must say, you will need a lot of food, which I currently don't have, so I cannot help you with that. Lu hears this and says, "You don't need to worry. If it's food, I have a solution." He then heads back to his room thinking, "It's good that I already stored food for myself. Once I reach my room, everything will be fine." Thinking this, we see Lu somehow manages to reach his room. But as soon as he opens the door, he is shocked. Lu's room is completely covered in ice. He thinks, has Cheng cut the heating in my room? Because of this, the plants he had grown are completely ruined. At this rate, not even a human could survive here. And these were just plants. Then he thinks that some things are unaffected by cold, but he should eat the one with the highest calorie content first. With this thought, we see Lu approaching a box of chocolates. Seeing the chocolates, Lu recalls memories from his previous life and thinks, next time I should bring something else. These chocolates are linked to so many painful memories. Then we see Lu eating the chocolates, but no matter how much he eats, he doesn't fully recover. He realizes he must eat a lot of chocolates for his body to heal completely. Suddenly, strange reactions start happening inside his body. His veins, which were blue, turned completely red. Lu is confused, unable to understand what is happening. Then two people enter his room. They are Cheng's men, asking, "How did this room open? The master, Cheng, was thinking of breaking into this room, but now it's opened by itself." The men notice Lu and ask, "Who are you and what are you doing here?" Meanwhile, Dr. Jia is in her clinic, researching Lu's blood. She discovers that if Lu's internal heating increases even slightly, he could lose complete control over his body. Back in Lu's room, the two men tell him, "We don't know who you are, and it doesn't matter, but all the supplies in this room now belong to us. You should leave. Do you understand?" Hearing this, Lu looks at them and smiles. Then the scene shifts to 3 days earlier. Dr. Jia is in the second basement boiler room where Lu had killed the white-skinned monster. She examines the monster's body parts and thinks, this is really interesting. The part she sees is the monster's heart. She notices a camera and thinks, if I want to know how Lu killed this monster, I have to go to the security room where all the camera feeds are accessible. The scene then shows Cheng shouting to his people 3 days earlier, warning them that if you don't give me part of your resources, I will cut the heating in your rooms. The people discuss, what has happened to Joy? Why is he acting so strangely? A guard working with Joy says, no, the style of speaking is completely different. I don't think this is Joy. Maybe it's someone else. Cheng introduces himself to everyone. My name is Cheng, and I control the heating in this entire room. If you want to keep your room warm during this cold, you must give me part of your resources. If you want to see what happens without heating, I can show you a demo. He turns off the heating and says, if you want it back, bring resources. Otherwise, the heating will never be turned on. The scene shifts to Lu's mind. He's handcuffed and facing a man who asks you, do you hate Cheng? Lu replies, of course I hate him. The scene shifts back to the real world. Lu grabs one of Cheng's men, who is in great pain. Lu sees Cheng inside the man's mind, making him extremely rough with the man. He lifts the man and throws him aside. He falls to the ground. Onlookers are shocked, wondering how this happened. When they approach, they see that Lu has drained all the energy from the man's body, leaving him as nothing but a skeleton. People look toward Lu's room in shock. Another man with him watches everything, horrified, thinking, what is wrong with this boy? Is he human or an alien? Whatever he is, I must kill him before he kills me. We then see Lu advancing toward the man. The man, seeing images of Cheng, attacks repeatedly, but Lu dodges all attacks effortlessly. The man becomes increasingly frustrated and attacks again at high speed. Lu, with superhuman speed, dodges all attacks easily. Then Lu moves toward the man and strikes his body with a single blow, splitting it into 2 parts. Finally, we see Jia Ming arriving behind Lu, and we see that she points a gun at Lu. This time, before Lu can dodge it, meaning before he can dodge the bullet, Xiaoming shoots. We see the bullet hit Lu's body. The bullet is the size of an injection, and we realize that the shooter is not Xiaoming, but Dr. Zhao herself. She tells Lu, "Well, you don't need to worry too much right now, I've arrived." With that, we see her approaching Lu. Lu, already rendered unconscious by the injection, begins to fall to the ground. Dr. Zhao catches him and says, "I think all of this happened because of the excessive heat in your body." She looks around and asks, "But what is all of this?" We see the plants that Lu had grown, which had withered due to the cold. Now, because of this, all the plants have fully grown again with fruits and flowers. The narration voice explains that this world has faced many things: hunger, wars, famine, development. It has encountered many problems and achieved many accomplishments. But there is one thing no one had ever imagined: an apocalypse that refuses to end, capable of shaking all of humanity. These people had never seen it, nor could they have imagined it. We return to the real-world scene where Lu is sleeping in his room. Dr. Zhao is nearby observing him and says, "You woke up very early. You had slept very late and now are asleep again. This is really troubling." She admits she cannot understand how the plants manage to grow on their own. She takes a fruit from one of the plants, eats it, and finds it surprisingly good. She thinks, with the number of plants and fruits here, this entire apartment and building could be sustained. The scene shifts to show two couples. The husband's name is Matt, and the wife's name is Ori. We see Matt walking with Ori when she suddenly has stomach pains. He asks, "What's wrong? Can you hold it a bit longer?" Ori replies, "I can handle it. I'm fine." Matt searches his pockets and says, "Wait a minute, maybe I have some chocolate. Eat it and fill your stomach." Ori declines, saying, "No, I'll stay hungry. You don't need to worry." Matt mutters to himself, "I kept the chocolate right here, in this coat. Where did it go?" Ori stops him, saying, "Dear, stop looking. Don't you remember we gave it to our darling daughter this morning?" Matt realizes she is right, laughs and admits, "I totally forgot. I feel useless that I couldn't arrange food for you and our daughter." Suddenly, a white-skinned monster appears. Ori is shocked. She watches as the monster attacks Matt with his nails repeatedly, saying that women are more delicious. Ori is frozen, not knowing what to do. Then we see a man named Scorpion, actually his real name is Corbin, shouting, "Don't just stand there. If you want to live, run toward me." Ori gains a presence of mind and runs toward Corbin. The female white-skinned monster pursues her. As she runs, Ori falls and thinks her life is over. The monster will kill her. Corbin, from the top of a building, throws a can at the monster. The white-skinned monster's bodies react to attacks as if the flesh is fuel. This causes the monster to catch fire. Ori watches, realizing the monster is burning, and thinking, "I should use this chance to escape." She runs toward a building and sees an elevator. She thinks, "I'm saved." But as she tries to operate the elevator, it is completely jammed. The white-skinned monster approaches her, ready to finish her. Ori is terrified. Then we see Corbin turn on his music at high volume. The sound destabilizes the monster mentally. It cannot endure the loud, dangerous noise. Ori narrates her life story. She always wanted to be a doctor, worked hard, but became a nurse. One day she met Matt. It was love at first sight. They married and had a daughter, Maggie. Soon they moved to a new apartment, but the apocalypse began shortly afterwards. Strange monsters appeared, forcing them to patrol for survival. While patrolling, Matt has now changed forever. Ori witnesses events she cannot understand. The loud music from Corbin causes extreme problems for the monster, and Ori is astonished at how unbelievable it is. Then Corbin stops the music and moves toward the monster, ready to confront it. We then see a large number of huge rocks falling from above onto the monster. The monster is crushed completely beneath them, and witnessing this, everyone is extremely shocked. Sitting down, Ori asks herself if all of this is really over. She starts crying loudly, remembering Matt. Corbin comes over and gives her a handkerchief so she can wipe her tears. Sitting down, Corbin says, "From dust to grain, from grain to dust, from the living to the dead, and from the dead to the living. There is nothing so precious that we should save it." Ori cannot understand his words. Corbin notices that he is speaking rather oddly, and even he realizes he is being somewhat awkward. He is about to tell her his name, but Ori tells him hers first. Hearing this, Corbin gives his name and says, "You can call me whatever you want." Ori thanks him, clearly feeling relieved and blessed. Corbin welcomes her warmly. He then asks, "Do you always go out to gather supplies like this?" But quickly, he thinks, "Wait, maybe I'm asking too much." He pauses and says, "1 minute, I want to show you something. I work in a music band, not here, but abroad. I came here to find a friend who used to work in my band." He shows Ori a photo and says, "This is my friend Het. Do you know him?" Ori looks at the photo and recognizes him. She says, "Yes, I know him. He lives in room 49. This is not someone else, it's Lou." Suddenly, strange noises are heard. They look outside and see enormous white-skinned monsters moving in a direction. That direction is none other than the apartment building where Lou, Dr. Zhao, and Qing live. They are shocked to see this. The scene shifts to Dr. Zhao's clinic. We see Lou opening his eyes and wondering why these strange events are happening to him. Dr. Zhao is standing in front of him, saying, "Oh, you're awake." Lou asks, "Why are you standing there?" She says, "I've already put this on your body." Lou asks, "What do you mean?" Dr. Zhao tells him to look for himself. Lou questions, "Why did you put this collar on me?" She explains, "It's for your safety." Lou asks, "How is this safe?" Lou reflects that collars were historically used for slaves to distinguish between owner and slave, and in modern times, some adults use them for their toys for satisfaction and entertainment. Dr. Zhao assures him that he should not think about that. She did not put the collar on him for such reasons. Lou realizes that if she had not mentioned it, he would never have thought about it. Lou recalls that he agreed to be her research subject, expecting to be treated like one. But what she is doing surprises him. Dr. Zhao says he doesn't need to worry. She is still treating him as a research subject. She explains the purpose of the collar. It represents 2 states, blue and red. While the collar is in the blue state, his heat level is normal and stable. If his heat level rises too much, the collar turns red, signaling he is entering another state. Lou cannot understand what the doctor means by states and how his heat level affects them. Dr. Zhao then asks, "Do you remember what you did 20 minutes ago?" Lou is stunned, realizing he cannot recall. She reassures him, "Don't worry. If you don't remember anything, I am here for you. I will explain everything. You are my research subject, and I am interested in you, so nothing will go wrong." She walks toward her research papers. Lou thinks to himself that this woman seems to have a strange control over him, but he also feels he must understand what is happening to him. Once he comprehends everything and learns to use his abilities fully, he feels he will have the upper hand, even over her. Dr. Zhao presses a few buttons. We see people's bodies around reacting strangely. She explains she only gave him a mild dose, but observe how his body responds. The radiation energy in his body is being delivered via glucose, and he is instructed to try to absorb it. The bodies around automatically absorb the radiation energy. Dr. Zhao smiles, impressed by how his body is reacting. She places a plant in front of Lou, and he is confused, not understanding her intention. Suddenly, Lou releases a strange energy from his body, exclaiming, "How dare you trick me?" The energy manifests in the form of a boy who looks exactly like Lou. We see that the plant placed in front of Lou grows completely due to the radiation energy either emitted from him or coming in contact with him. Everyone is utterly confused, unable to understand what is happening. In front of him, the boy, who appears just like a normal human, asks, "Well, can you see me now?" Lou asks him, "What is really going on?" The boy responds, "Now you can see me. This is fully confirmed. We have met again." Lou tries to speak to Dr. Zhao, saying, "Look, I'm hallucinating again. Can you fix this?" But the boy, standing in front of him, replies, "I don't think she can hear us. Time has completely stopped. Right now, only the 2 of us are talking in this world, and everything else is paused." Lu looks at Dr. Zhao for confirmation, but she is completely unresponsive. Lu realizes that the world truly has stopped. He asks, "Did you do this? And how did you do it?" The boy answers, "Well, you could say I did it, or you could say I didn't." "What do you mean by that? And why do I look exactly like you?" The boy explains, "If I tell you, you must know that I didn't do this alone. You and I together did this." Lu is confused, unable to comprehend. The boy continues, "I guess you don't recognize me. All right, I will show you who I really am." He changes his form, revealing himself to be an insect. Lu remembers that he had noticed this insect even in his previous life. The insect returns to its real form and says to Lu, "Your powers exist because of me. If you try to combine well with me or follow my instructions, you can gain even more power." The insect then changes into the form of a girl. The scene shifts and we suddenly learn about the National Security Agency, or NSA, and one of its branches, the Logistics Bureau. While most of the NSA and its branches have collapsed, the Logistics Bureau has not. The reason is simple. It has its own medical, administrative, and even military units, among other things. We are shown a scene in the Logistics Bureau's office. It begins with a photo of Dr. Zhao with a girl. Two girls are talking. One asks if the network has been restored. The other replies that she has already told this 28 times. The network is still not restored. In the photo, we see a girl named 12 with pink hair. She asks her colleague how much of the file they were preparing is complete. The colleague says it's almost 90% ready. 12 tells her to send the file, but the colleague says it's not fully ready. 12 responds that the manager will not check it thoroughly. He will glance at the first or 2 pages and then approve it. She tells her not to worry. We then see 12 standing in front of the manager. The manager is aware of her personality and knows what she will or will not say. He says, "You know, very strange things are happening in this world. Our connections with our units are completely lost because we have no internet. I feel a crisis of war is approaching, and perhaps enemy countries are plotting to completely eliminate us. We must quickly re-establish connections with our units. You can even rebuild the internet if necessary." 12's mind is overwhelmed by his words. She becomes so frustrated that she hits him from behind at the main point, causing him severe pain. She then takes him to the laboratory and says, "Before you prepare for war and rebuild the internet, look at what is in front of you." She reveals a creature confined in a case. It is none other than a white-skinned monster. The manager is shocked, having never seen such a large monster. The monster repeatedly says one sentence, "We are Cell." The manager asks, "What is this? Where did they come from? The depths of the sea or the sky?" The girl beside him explains, "No, they didn't come from the sky. They are humans mutated into monsters." To prove her point, 12 shows all the CCTV footage and clips from the market, demonstrating the presence and nature of these mutants. All the clips inside were made by that boy, whom we clearly remember. Watching these clips, the manager is utterly shocked. Next, we see clips of Lu. Using superhuman speed, Lu had stolen many items from the market. In these clips, all the people referred to him as number 0, a person considered the most special of all the people they have ever seen. From this point forward, in the entire apocalyptic world, Lu will be known as number 0. The scene shifts, and we see people observing the insect. They are amazed, thinking that just a second ago it was an insect, and now it has transformed into a beautiful girl. The monster nearby notices this as well, and tells the humans, "You humans get completely embarrassed when you see the opposite sex naked." People wonder if this is an illusion, doubting their surroundings. They cannot believe what they are witnessing could be real. The insect explains, "Yes, you may think this way. And yes, I can hear everything you think in your mind." Lu asks, "What do you mean?" The insect responds, "Of course, because we are merged. I am fully merged with your body. Everything you think and do, I can now perceive and feel. It continues, explaining that Dr. Zhao had told Lu there was a strange substance in his body, but that substance is actually the insect's blood, which grants him many abilities. If he wishes, the insect can provide even more powers. Lu directly asks, "Why did you merge with my body?" The insect replies, "You are very curious. We are very different from humans. We come from another dimension, a different diamond, so to speak." Lu asks, "Do you mean another dimension?" The insect elaborates, "Yes, we are creatures without names or identities, unlike humans. Time for us is different. Humans cannot manipulate time, but we can. We can move backward, forward, or interfere within time, but only by merging with the human body. That's how we interact with the human world's timeline. This is both our freedom and our challenge. By doing this, we establish our identity and prove our existence." Lu thinks, "It seems you follow an existential philosophy, but it feels like you are alone. Are you the only insect manipulating time in this world?" The insect laughs loudly. "Do you feel pity for me? Is this what humans call empathy? Choosing a human body to manipulate this dimension wasn't wrong. Your expressions were very curious, which made it easy to target you. The moment I merged with you, or you merged with me, you became a target for Cell." Cell refers to the white-skinned monsters we've seen before. They consider Lu both prey and food. These monsters are now approaching Lu's room to attack. The insect says, "I'm merging back into your body now. If you need anything, just remember me." Lu tries to stop it, but the insect merges back into him, and time resumes. Meanwhile, in another scene, other monsters have entered the building and begun attacking. People are running to save themselves. A man struggles to open a door, but the white-skinned monsters catch up, killing him and forcing entry. At the same time, Chang's two guards confront the intruders. They had previously captured security guard Joey. The white-skinned monsters attack the guards, and Joey observes them, realizing these are the same monsters he had faced in the boiling room. He notices them sucking blood and storing it. Joey thinks, "They haven't noticed me yet. I need to escape before they do, but my hands are tied. I don't have a sharp weapon to free them. Wait, I remember techniques from my younger days that could easily free my hands from ropes." Joey remembers techniques from his younger days and performs them in the current time. Smoothly and successfully, he frees his hands from the ropes. He thinks, "Before these monsters notice me, I need to escape." But if he runs empty-handed, he realizes the monsters will quickly catch and kill him. So he decides to first reach the security room where weapons are stored. Luckily, Chang and his men haven't noticed the weapons. He makes his way toward the room, but suddenly a white-skinned monster appears before him. Joey is shocked and unsure how to respond. The scene shifts back to Dr. Zhao's lab. Dr. Zhao remarks that, as expected, the plant that came into contact with Lu's radiation energy has fully grown. Someone asks her to untie or release the things she had bound, but she ignores it, explaining that Lu cannot use his abilities continuously for too long, or he will enter a very weak state. She assures her that she has collected all the data she had needed. Lu pleads to be freed, saying, "Now that you have what you wanted, please release me." Dr. Zhao asks, "In such a hurry?" She then hears a sound and looks to the side. Lu is also surprised, wondering if it's another monster. Sure enough, a monster has entered the lab. The insect appears near Lu, explaining, "These are the Cell." Lu asks, "What do you mean by Cell, and how did you exit my body?" The insect reassures him not to overthink things and frees his body. Meanwhile, the white-skinned monster attacks Dr. Zhao. Lu jumps forward, taking her in his hands, using his superhuman abilities to block and counter the attack. The monster continues advancing. Lu asks Dr. Zhao if she's all right. She rushes from being lifted, and Lu notes, "So you can make such expressions too." She tells him she never imagined experiencing his abilities so closely. Lu sets her down gently. Dr. Zhao asks what the creature is, and Lu explains it is a white-skinned monster, also called a cell, highly dangerous. He assures her that he will handle the situation. Dr. Zhao reminds him again not to overuse his powers. Lu confirms, acknowledging her help, and thanks her. Dr. Zhao laughs, asking if it's really the right time for such a discussion. Lu replies he will properly thank her after dealing with the monsters. As he prepares, a large group of monsters appears. Lu realizes that with his current strength, he cannot take them all on at once. Dr. Zhao chides him, saying she has been waiting for his proper thanks. Lu promises to do so, asking only for a little more time. He decides to confront the monsters head-on, but plans to conserve his energy. Observing the monsters, he grabs one and swings it into another, causing a chain reaction. The remaining monsters approach him, and Lu thinks to use his powers only when absolutely necessary. Using superhuman speed, Lu moves towards the monsters, dodging their continuous attacks with ease. He channels his energy into a punch, releasing it as a powerful blast called Sonic Boom. This blast kills many white-skinned monsters simultaneously. Lu thinks, "Wow, this is incredible." He taunts the remaining monsters, challenging them to attack him, asking, "Are you scared now?" We see Lu looking extremely dangerous and cool. Dr. Zhao watches all of Lu's movements on her Comte skin display and remarks that it's impressive. She notes that although Lu used a lot of energy in his attack, it's better that he didn't continuously use his skills, which conserved his energy. So far, he has only used about 10% of his total energy, which she finds very interesting. She praises Lu, saying, "Hey, my test subject, the move you just used was excellent." Lu responds, "I assume you are watching my body stats on your computer screen. I expected as much." Meanwhile, the remaining monsters advance toward Lu. Using his captivity exosquawk technique, Lu blocks their attacks. Not only does he block, but he also channels extra energy to convert it into a counterattack. This uses only 10% of his energy, but the attack is powerful enough to completely eliminate the remaining white-skinned monsters. Dr. Zhao approaches and says, "It seems like you have mastered your abilities very well, but I have a question. You seem to know a lot about these monsters. Tell me, what exactly do you know about them?" The scene shifts to guard Joey, who is lying under a white-skinned monster, covered in blood. His eyes open, and he wonders what just happened. His gaze falls on a small item he was holding. It was used defensively against the monster. When the monster attacked fully, Joey used the item to pierce it through, killing it. He realized it was pure luck. He knows he can't rely on luck repeatedly and must find a safe place before more monsters attack.